Hey kids, it's LeAnne with happymailbyleanne.com. Hope you're doing well. I just want to make a little card today. I'm going to use this Catching Butterfly stamp set from Stampin' Up. I think it's really cute. I love this little girl. I think she's just adorable. And these sentiments are very sweet. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get into it. I need a piece of cardstock. This is Blushing Bride from Stampin' Up. It's 8.5 by 5 and oh, you know what? I need to flip this over. The handy thing about this scoring board is it has this little lip here, so that you get your score in the right place. So we're looking at 8.5 by 5.5. I can never remember the dimensions of a standard card. And then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And I like to score on both sides. That's just personal preference. You don't have to do that. Please forgive me, I'm having an allergy attack this morning, and I may sniff and sneeze as we go along, blow my honker, because my nose is running a little bit. So there's the card base, and then I'm going to use this very pretty marbly paper from Stampin' Up. It's a designer series paper. Came in my Sale-A-Brations, and I want to have a little border of this pink around, so I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. There we go, 5 1/4 by 4. And there we have, that's all the base paper we need. That's all the cutting and scoring we're going to do for today, at least for now. I'm so sorry for the sniffling. I was going to wait to do this video, but I'm so excited about this stamp set. So I'm just going to set these two papers to the side. We'll get back to them a little bit later. The next thing I'm going to do is stamp this cute little girl. I'm going to use this Catherine Puller Midnight Premium Archival ink because it's embossable. And I'm going to emboss it with my clear embossing powder that I have. I like to emboss my images because it looks more professional. It gives it a finished look, and I think it's more professional. Oh, I'm getting ink all over my fingers. Okay, this is just a piece of scrap white paper that I'm stamping on here. Oh, see, I got a little black ink, but that's okay. We're gonna fussy cut this. If you don't know what fussy cutting is, it's just cutting around the edges. Give it a little dip in my, let's see. Ooh, we got some good coverage there. I'm going to set all this to the side and pull out my heat emboss tool, and I'm going to heat emboss this. This is just going to take a minute, and you can watch the magic as the embossing powder melts. Hopefully you can hear me over it. I have an embossing gun from Stampin' Up that I bought years and years ago. But any embossing gun will do. Heat tool. When I first started heat embossing, I couldn't afford an embossing gun. When I first started heat embossing, I couldn't afford a embossing gun, so I tried to use my toaster. And I would put the toaster on, you know, here's the toaster. I would put the toaster on, here's the slices, and I would hold it over and heat it. And I caught a couple things on fire. I'm not gonna lie. It's a dangerous way to heat emboss, and I don't recommend it. So we're gonna do some fun things with this little girl. We're gonna color her in. I want to watercolor with this, so I'm gonna squeeze the pad to get ink on the lid. And then I'm going to open the lid, and I'm going to use this little splotch of ink as my watercolor template. But first, I want to color in her skin. I just have this cheap generic marker. It's a alcohol ink. I like alcohol ink markers because you don't see the striations in the coloring. You know, sometimes you color and there's stripes. With alcohol ink, it doesn't do that. The problem with this particular marker set, I bought a whole set about a year ago, I want to say. They're already drying out. Like this marker I'm using right now is kind of dry. So I actually purchased some actually really expensive but worthwhile, worth having alcoholic markers, and I only bought a few, but one of the colors I bought was a skin tone marker set, and the ones I bought has three different, they have a light, medium, and dark in one pen, and so it's we'll see how I like it. Hopefully it'll be good. Okay, this is a water brushing pen. I don't think I'm calling it the right thing, but I'll link some in the description below so that you can pick some up if you want. But you fill this well with water, and then when you're ready to paint, you just squeeze a little bit of water out and get it on your ink, and then paint. And we're gonna just paint this little girl's dress. I don't know what story I want to tell you guys today, or if I want to tell you a story today, just because my nose is running, and my eyes are itchy, and you know, my husband was like, "Are you sick?" No, I just have allergy of some kind. It's like something got up my nose, because I started with a sneezing fit. It's like something got up my nose and into my eyes, and I thought, well, pardon me, I thought, well, I'll take a shower, and that'll get whatever foreign object has gotten into me off my body. And so I did that. It didn't work. I took some Benadryl. That's not helping. Well, maybe it's helping a little bit, because I'm not sneezing anymore. I was sneezing up a storm. Like really, really bad sneezing. It's really not a good thing. Not a good time. Okay. There, she's colored in. Now to clean it, you just do another drop or two and swish it around. Now, you know what? There's a spot on her dress I don't like. I love watercoloring with ink. So I'm just going to put the lid back on there and put that away. I'm going to leave this out because we're going to need it in a minute. Now on her net is fine the way it is, but I'm extra and want it to be sparkly. Well, I have this this sheer shimmer craft spray in frost that, you know, I could spray it on and have sparkles all over the whole thing. But I don't want to do that. I want sparkles only on the net. So I'm gonna spray a little bit in my little dish, and then I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm just going to paint on this glitter. Just paint the glitter on. It's really pretty. That's going to take a little while to dry. Oh, I also want to color her hair black. So I'm going to also use back to my Catherine Puller stamp set. Do the same thing, squeeze the lid. And I'm using a really fine watercolor brush because this is little, you know. I don't want to go outside of the lines on my artwork. And you know, sometimes happy accidents happen and you go outside of the lines and you just either you start over. Sometimes I'll flip the paper over and re-stamp if I stamp an image and I don't like it. I'm sure you'll see me do that at some point in these videos. But I really don't want to go out of the lines. And it's easier to stay inside the lines when you're coloring on an embossed image. The embossing kind of works like a wall to keep the ink in. Oh goodness gracious, my nose is not happy. Pray for me. I don't have anything I have to do today. It's just a lazy Saturday. Well, I do have something. I have a meeting to go to this afternoon that I need to host. But nothing else. See how pretty that is? So I'm just going to clean my... And the reason I'm doing it on this paper, this same paper, is because I think I said before I'm going to fussy cut her. Black's a little harder to clean out of the brush. I'm making a mess. I do want to get this ink out of here though, because I don't want to mess up my brush. Oh goodness. Okay, that's good enough. Good enough for who it's for. Alright, we're going to set this aside. Now, instead of having you watch me fussy cut this wet image, I have fussy cut. Ta-da! Magic! There's one that's already fussy cut. So she's ready. I'm going to set her to the side. Next thing I'm going to do is glue my background paper. I don't normally do it in this order, but I'm going to glue my background paper to my card. And the reason I'm doing that, I'll show you in just a minute. Let's get this on there straight. So there's these little butterflies, and I'm going to use this same Rose Romance ink pad that I used on her dress. I'm going to stamp these butterflies all the way across, and the reason I put my paper on there first is because I want them to overlap here. I want to see them on the pink paper. And I'm just gonna make a fun little jaunt across my paper. The butterflies are flying across. They're migrating. I don't know where they're migrating to, but they're beautiful little butterflies. And there you go. They have gone across the paper, ready to be caught by our little girl with her net. But, oh, wait a minute. A couple of them have gotten out of the pack and are randomly flying on their own. Ta-da! So that's all the butterflies we're going to do. I do want to put a sentiment on this. On the last one I made, I put celebrate every beautiful thing. So that's what we're going to do this time. I'm going to use that same Rose Romance. And I'm going to dip in. I'm going to dip into my ink. Stamp that image on there. And then sprinkle my embossing powder over it. And I'm going to sprinkle it over a couple of times because I want a thick layer, and I want it to get in all the crevices. Simple dimple, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't, who said that? Was that from, is that from a movie? Put in the comments below if that's from the movie. All right, here we go. Embossing one more time. Emboss me, baby, one more time. I love to emboss because it just looks so professional and so finished. This one's hard to see. That one's hard to see if it's done or not. But yeah, it looks so professional and so finished. I just love the way it looks. Now, let me close up some of this stuff so I don't make a mess. I'm making a mess anyway. I'm a mess maker. Mess maker, mess maker. Make me a mess. I'm in a very happy mood today. If you can't tell. Oh, I'm fighting with this. I don't like these, the way these open. I think they're difficult to open. So, I'm going to pull out some of my handy dandy alcohol ink markers and color in these three little butterflies. Because, oh, wrong end. Because I want them to stand out. I want them to be different than the flock. You know, because somebody's got to be different sometime. Everybody, I'm focused. I'm trying to color inside the lines. Sorry. So I stopped talking. That's boring content. LeAnne, you gotta say something while you're working so that we can be entertained. Entertain, let me entertain you. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for you to come watch my channel, to be here with me. And, oh, this one is a little bit dry, so I'm gonna force it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking with me and watching my channel. It's fun to have you around. If you are enjoying this crazy content, please smash the like button, and subscribe. If you subscribe, then we can play together on a regular basis. I post a video almost every day. Let's get some pink in here. Let's get this party started. Yeah, I post a video almost every day. Different things, mostly to do with card making. Right now I'm doing some how-to videos because I'm trying to build my channel. I'll be honest with you. I want to grow my channel and get a good following because I love people and I want to have a community of people that can enjoy what. I'm sorry, you guys. My video stopped as I was giving you my smash the like button spiel. You know, subscribe, smash the like button as always. If you love me, share. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make. And I look a mess because no makeup, because my eyes are watering and my nose is running. Hopefully these allergies go away. Pray for me. All right. Love you. Bye.